What's up, guys? Just wanted to make a quick video about very good seat time drift cars. Just a quick short video. I'm about to actually go to the gym real quick, and then I gotta go sell a car part. But I just wanted to make a quick video because it's something I've been thinking about a lot, and so I just wanted to give my opinion on it. So I've kind of come to realize, like, when it comes to just having a seat time car versus just a car you want to build and it just happens to maybe be a drift car, maybe it's not, it's very important you go into the sport of drifting knowing what you actually want versus what you need. And so, like, when I got my 240, I've always wanted a 240. I had a 240 before, but I had to get rid of it, and so I had an opportunity to get another one. But I also wanted to drift. I wanted a 240, but what I needed was something else, because it's been about a little over 3 years now. Haven't drifted. Last time I drifted a car was a RX-8, and that was about 4 years ago. So I just want to talk a little bit about cars that I feel are very good for just getting seat time in, and kind of my previous experience with a couple of those cars. So one that is going to kind of be a mystery to a lot of people as to why I would choose this car, but it's actually pretty obvious because this is actually why my YouTube channel's name is what it is, which is RX Isaac. It actually used to be Knight's Garage when I first made the channel about 6 years ago, and then I changed it, actually because someone already took that name, and then I fell in love with a RX-8. I had an RX-8 and I drifted it, and it was my daily driver. It didn't run when I bought it, and I was just like, why are these cars seen as not reliable? I mean, mine, it hadn't ran in 2 years. I got it to run, and I did a 2-hour trip like to the west coast of Florida to get some tires, and it didn't give me any problems. It needed a fuel pump and fresh gas. That was really it. And I guess that's kind of like a, luck of the draw, I might have got lucky with that one. But I think that's a pretty unappreciated drift car, to the point to where I do want another one. I do really like rotaries. Like, that's the reason why my channel's name is RX Isaac. I love the RX-7s, the RX-8. I love rotaries. I love basically everything about them. Haven't owned one since the RX-8. I want to get another one, but that's just one example. I think the RX-8's very underappreciated. I think they're good drift cars. I think anyone starting out, if you can get a solid RX-8 that doesn't have crazy high miles, it would be a good drift car. Mine slid stock, and they have steering issues sometimes with sensors, but I think they're really good cars. Another one that I've never slid them before, but I've been in them sliding, would be S95 New Edge Mustang. I've talked about this before. I think those are also really good cars, to the point to where I almost want to get one, because I had a Fox body, which I regret getting rid of, and that had a 302, and I'd just be at an intersection and making a left turn, and I just blip the throttle in first gear, and it would the whole ass into the car wanted to come out already. So that was pretty cool. Just very torquey, lightweight cars. I know the S95 and New Edge are a little heavier than the Fox body, but they're still good cars. What else? 350Z is something I've been thinking about for a while. I do have the opportunity to get a 350Z, but it would involve me getting rid of the 240. Though I know Taylor Ray made a video on this years ago, and a lot of people will say, yes, this is kind of the go-to car to go for. A 350Z is probably the best just seat time car you'll ever get. You go to drift events, everyone owns them, so, like, I've been thinking about it for a couple of days. Like, those are like the three cars I'd want an RX-8, but at the same time, I know I'd get bored of the rotary after a while. It's very fun when I had it, but I know for drifting, it sucked. I mostly kept it in first gear. Actually, I tried to put it in second gear once, immediately lost torque, and I straightened out because the wheels stopped spinning. Never even been in a Z slide-in. Been in a G35, and that was fun, but not a Z. And yeah, I've been in a New Edge slide-in. I've slid the Fox body. I think the whole debate with the independent rear suspension and live axle rear end is dumb. I think anyone can drift a live axle setup just fine. There's no problem with it. If you have a problem with the live axle setup, then get good. I don't know what else to say. It's not that hard. It's just learning how to deal with sudden traction or loss of traction on one side or the other and dealing with it. And usually it's not as bad as people say. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. It's just been on my mind. I think anyone out here, if they ask me what a good car for like just seat time would be, it would definitely be one of those three. Especially because the RX-8s aren't that expensive, even for the newer models. You can get like a 2007 or 8 or even the 9. I think those are still Series 1s. Because I know they went to Series 2, I think, after 2009. Maybe it was 2010 or 11. I don't know. I can't remember. I haven't actually looked into the RX-8s in about 4 years since I got rid of mine. But they're good cars, and they're still very cheap, so I would totally get one if I had the cash. Very good, cars. Like, because also the 50/50 weight distribution is really insane. Like, it has no problem at all, like, flicking the car sideways. So, yeah, I just want to talk about that a little bit. There might be updates later on involving a 350Z, but I don't know yet. That is still something I'm thinking about. But after I get done at the gym and then get done selling this car part real quick, probably gonna go to the shop because I got my toolbox back, and I'm gonna try to get that intake back together, maybe in the car if I have time. I might also take the turbo manifold out of my car and maybe try to put that on. I have to get the whole midsection of the pipe still because I'm missing it. All I have is the manifold. I need to get a pipe for the rest of the exhaust. And I don't know if I'm just gonna make one myself. I've never made an exhaust myself. They're very expensive, so that's something I'm still thinking about. Might get the suspension on because I do have all of that, the suspension arms I still have to put on, fully adjustable arms, all that stuff. And then the fuel injector is gonna be a problem. The fuel rail, the whole fuel rail is kind of an issue because I kind of busted mine, so I'll figure it out. But yeah, I just want to talk about that real quick.